Welcome to our video on the best things to see and do in and around Fethiye, Oludeniz and Kas on Turkey's infamous Turquoise coast. This popular holiday area is known for its crystal blue waters, abundance of scenic beaches and impressive ancient Lycian history. It offers a relaxing holiday in the sun for those who want to sample the delicious Turkish food and chill out. It also appeals to those who want a more adventurous trip with lots to see and do. In our video, we've narrowed it down to the absolute must-see attractions. So, come and join us as we spend 2 weeks exploring what this beautiful area of Turkey has to offer. Fethiye Old Town is the beating heart of Fethiye, making it a great place to stay or visit. It has a labyrinth of narrow streets filled with market stalls, shops, bars, restaurants and even Turkish baths. The town especially comes to life in the evening, creating a lively, upbeat atmosphere. It's a great place to buy handmade clothes, bakery sweet treats, spices, house decorations and other wares that Turkey is famous for. We recommend heading straight to the central market and then exploring the streets that lead off it. Be sure to check out a restaurant in Fethiye Old Town too. It had some of the best food we tasted in Turkey. Another must-see in Fethiye is its Marina and Promenade. You can spend time walking up and down the long walkway, taking in the stunning views whilst admiring the many boats docked up in the harbour. It's also a great place for dinner or to go and grab a drink with a view. If you look closely at the Fethiye town skyline from the harbour area, you'll see stacks of ancient rock tombs carved into the north-facing side of the mountain. There's a lot of tombs cascading across Fethiye's mountains, with Amyntas rock tomb being the most famous. The intricate structure dates back to the 4th century BC and depicts an Ionian-style temple. The appropriately named Butterfly Valley is one of the most beautiful places to visit in Fethiye. It's a small cove with a beach which is surrounded by a towering cliffside. There are 2 main ways to see Butterfly Valley. The first is an organised boat trip from Oludeniz. The second and our preferred option is to drive to the top of Butterfly Valley viewpoint for the best views of the valley. Another popular place to visit and stay on Turkey's Turquoise coast is the beach town of Oludeniz. Venture into Oludeniz town for scenic sea views from the promenade and plenty of cafes, restaurants and shopping options. Afternoons are best spent on the long and sandy Oludeniz beach, or if you want to see something really cool, walk further along the promenade to Oludeniz Lagoon. It's often crowded with tourists, but still breathtakingly beautiful, making it a great place to relax. One of the top things to do in the area is to go paragliding. Oludeniz is in fact one of the highest commercial takeoff sites in the world and has more paragliding flights than anywhere else. Enjoy the breathtaking views of the town and lagoon with an experienced pilot. There are many companies that offer this paragliding experience, so be sure to do your research beforehand. One of our absolute favourite places in Fethiye and Oludeniz area is the abandoned town of Kayakoy. Founded by the Greeks in the 18th century, it's now known as a ghost town due to its eerie, completely abandoned buildings. Kayakoy has been voted as one of the world's top top 10 ghost towns by National Geographic, and we can definitely see why. Rows upon rows of old house ruins sit on the side of the mountain, and you can climb to the top of the hill for amazing views of Kayakoy below. There's something very cool about exploring such a large area that has been completely abandoned. The open air museum is home to over 500 buildings, including an impressive Gothic style church. For those that enjoy some beach relaxation and swimming in the sea on holiday, you're going to want to check out one of the many beach clubs. Unlike public beaches, which can get pretty crowded, beach clubs are privately owned venues where you have to reserve a sun lounger for access. We visited Help Beach Club and highly recommend it. Out of all of the amazing ancient ruin sites we visited, we found Tlos to be the most impressive. It's said to be one of the most important religious sites for the Lycians, with areas of Tlos dating back 4,000 years. Tlos sits on the mountainside with intricate tombs carved into the side of the rock face, and a grand citadel at the top of the hill climb. You can explore the ruins on foot, hiking up to the top for scenic views, and then venturing to the lower depths of Tlos to see the Roman amphitheatre and remnants of one of the most important Lycian cities. Another trip to tie in with Tlos Ruins is Saklikent Gorge. Currently rated as the #1 best thing to do in the Fethiye and Oludeniz area on TripAdvisor, Saklikent Gorge is a part of a wider national park and is one of the deepest gorges in the world. Wade through the stream, climb over boulders and experience Turkey nature at its best. You'll need to bring a pair of water shoes as extremely rocky, or alternatively, you can rent them at the gorge. If you're looking for a relaxing beach day in and around Fethiye, we recommend heading to Calis Beach. It has a long promenade stretching to 4 kilometres, making it an ideal place for those sunset strolls. It's a typical tourist area and has many restaurants, bars and cafes. It may lack the cultural appeal of other areas of Fethiye, but it's still worth visiting for its long stretch of white sands. If you're visiting from Fethiye Old Town, we recommend catching the water ferry, which leaves from Fethiye Harbour every 30 minutes. The journey takes around 40 minutes each way and is super affordable. The scenery along the way is also beautiful. One way to explore the stunning turquoise coast of Turkey is by boat. The towns of Fethiye, Oludeniz, Kas and many others all offer boat excursions to the nearby coves and islands. The region has some excellent beaches and snorkeling spots, and if you're lucky, you might even see the giant sea turtles that make this area their home. During the boat trip, you'll stop off at various coves where you can snorkel, swim and simply relax in the crystal blue waters. If you want a taste of ancient history, you're going to want to stop by the ancient city of Patara. According to Greek mythology, the ancient city was the birthplace of Apollo and Artemis. It has a history that dates back to being conquered by Alexander the Great in 333 BC, onward to the Roman and Byzantine empires. Just along the road from the ancient city, you'll find Patara sand dunes, where rows upon rows of garden hills set the scene for some of the best scenery you'll see on your trip. Walk along the dunes and admire the views of the beach, then take some cool pictures with the dunes as a backdrop. Another reason to visit Patara is for its beach. Patara Beach is actually the longest beach in Turkey, with white soft sand and crystal blue waters. It's a great place to relax for the day after visiting the sand dunes and ancient city. For more rich Lycian history and impressive ruins, visit the remote ancient town known as Letoon. Letoon was an important sanctuary for the Lycian people, dedicated to the three national deities of Lycia, Leto and her children Artemis and Apollo. It has a number of temple ruins which were built in homage to the family. It also features an impressive amphitheatre. A 10-minute drive down the road from Letoon is the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Xanthos. It was a centre of culture and commerce for the Lycian, later conquered and occupied by the Persians, Greeks and Romans. The site has equally as impressive structures as Letoon. You'll see a grand theatre, traditional Lycian standing tomb, and other ruins that span the history of its many conquerors. If you're looking to explore more of Turkey's stunning southwest coast, we recommend venturing out to Kas. Kas is around an hour and a half away from Fethiye and Oludeniz. We fell in love with its colours, architecture, sunsets and laid-back yacht town atmosphere. Kas can be seen on a day trip, but we highly recommend staying for a longer period and exploring the area in its entirety. Take time to wander around Kas on foot, meandering through the narrow, flower-covered alleyways, browsing the shops, grabbing a drink in a corner cafe, or soaking in the atmosphere of the main square and seafront. Another thing worth checking out in Kas is Lion's Tomb, which is a great example of ancient concrete construction from the 14th century. There's also an ancient amphitheatre, scenic viewpoints and several picturesque beach coves. Along the same scenic road trail that leads to Kas, there are some amazing beaches to check out. We spent a few hours here at Calis Beach and were blown away by its dramatic cliffside views and turquoise waters. There are so many beaches to choose from that you'll certainly be spoilt for choice. Plan out all of the beaches you'd like to visit, but be sure to arrive early, as they get filled up by locals and tourists from midday onwards. We recommend checking out a combination of famous public beaches such as Calis, but also the quieter, more relaxing beach clubs. We hope you enjoyed our video on the best things to see and do in and around Fethiye, Oludeniz and Kas on Turkey's Mediterranean coast. We'd love to hear about your trips, so be sure to leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more travel content.